I think we're upset about how much we're having to do with the computer, and so many of the regulations to date have put that onus upon the providers. ICD-10, more specific coding. We have a lot of clinical decision support, a lot of quality measures we have to hit. We have meaningful use. We can't focus on taking care of the patient or making a diagnosis or a treatment plan because we're so busy putting data in the computer.
The physician community is getting burnt out at a greater rate because more is expected, more patients, less face time, and everything else that comes with being a physician.
The new providers coming into practice have a much different outlook on work-life balance. So they are interested in being able to complete a day's work in a day's time. And with voice recognition, they're able to do that at the point of service, the point of care, and work with the documentation on the patient side and not have to carry that into the evening hours and on weekend to complete what they were doing during the office visit.
If I didn't have at least some of the relief to be able to use my voice to put in the relevant and important pieces of those notes that are going to make an immediate impact, I think it would frustrate a lot of providers. I think our retirement would spike. I think our number of docs going into administration would spike more than it has. I think we'd see a minor revolt.
The provider is more present with the patient, especially doing voice recognition. He doesn't have to spend time on the tablet or the laptop. He's able to view the information and just speak right into the record while he's working with the patients.
If I'm able to use voice to drive even simple commands within the computer to do some navigation and then ultimately to do some readback, and then hopefully at some point in time using natural language processing, sort of like we have with our GPS now or with Siri, and I want to set an alert or I want to set a reminder, those types of things. When I can do that with the EMR, then the amount of time that I spend on a keyboard and with the mouse and staring at screens goes down significantly.
They've almost added 20% or better to the amount of patients they're able to see in a productive manner, not just, hi, how are you, here's your symptoms, and moving on. They allow 15 minutes a patient. It used to be 5. So that gives you more time back to the patient.
It was not unusual, prior to using a lot of the Dragon products or the different Nuance products to come in on nights after the kids have gone to bed, dial into the system remotely, or, come in on the weekend and spend the better part of a Sunday catching up on my dictations, catching up on my progress notes and a lot of, different elements of the chart. And so really with voice, I'm able to complete a note more timely, actually within the process of a day. And so that ability to have that information go in and have a high quality note, I think means a lot to us as providers, making sure that we're documenting the right things and things are being put into the chart accurately. But beyond that, I think in terms of quality of life and work-life balance, it's a huge part of that solution set that's going to help providers get some of their life back.
The Dragon application and other components that Nuance provides us allows the physician community to get their work done in real time, one time, self-edit, click it, and go home at the end of the day.
With today's technology and the ability to use voice recognition, the provider can do all that in one-stop shop. He's able to bring it up and see exactly what he said or she said, how it flows into the note, make corrections, change words around, add new templates, bring in shortcuts, and then able to review and finalize all in one step.
Additionally, it also allows other functionality outside of the EMR that physicians would probably take advantage of, especially knowing that there are so many medical applications out there that they download that they use on a daily basis that they can now voice enable.
In an interesting way, as we evolve, voice, I think, only becomes a much greater piece of what we're doing. And me and my hope, I think that really does bring a lot back to the provider. It brings back, of course, the art, the story of what we do, the nuance of what we do, but it helps bring those pieces back together so that we can go back to being providers and not data entry specialists.